Have you ever been in a relationship with a guy who just wouldn't open up? No matter how much you tried to get him to talk about his feelings, he always brushed it off with a simple, "I'm fine," or changed the subject. It's frustrating, right? But here's something most people don't realize. Men crave emotional safety just as much as women do. In fact, it's the key to getting them to truly open up and express their deepest thoughts and feelings. The problem? Most men are taught to be strong, silent, and unbreakable from a young age. But what if I told you that behind every emotionally distant man is someone who's terrified of being judged, rejected, or misunderstood? What if understanding this could completely change how you connect with the men in your life? In this video, we're going to break down why emotional safety is essential for men, the psychological reasons behind their emotional walls, and how you can create a space where they feel truly understood. Stick around because what you're about to learn could transform your relationships forever. Act 1. The psychology behind men's emotional guard. Emotional trigger, fear and empathy. Let's start with this. Why do so many men struggle to open up emotionally? From childhood, many boys are told to man up, stop crying, and be strong. Society has conditioned them to believe that vulnerability is weakness. So, instead of learning how to express emotions, they learn how to suppress them. Think about that for a second. What if every time you tried to express yourself, the world told you it wasn't okay? This leads to emotional walls. Men are not emotionally unavailable by choice. They are emotionally guarded by survival. They fear that showing their true selves will lead to rejection or judgment. Pattern interrupt, humor. You ever see a guy try to express his emotions in a group of his friends? It's like watching someone try to defuse a bomb. One wrong word and suddenly everyone's uncomfortable. Bro, are you okay? You good? Do you need a protein shake? But jokes aside, this fear of judgment runs deep. Men need to know that it's safe before they can open up. Act 2. Why emotional safety matters in relationships. Emotional trigger, connection and understanding. Now that we understand the why, let's talk about why emotional safety is critical for healthy relationships. Picture this. A man is in a relationship where he constantly feels like he has to be this strong one. He can't admit when he's stressed, upset, or struggling because he fears it will make him look weak. Over time, what happens? Emotional disconnection. He becomes distant, avoids deep conversations, and keeps his struggles to himself. The result? A surface-level relationship where both partners feel alone, even when they're together. But when a man feels safe, something incredible happens. He lets down his walls. He begins to share his thoughts, fears, and dreams. He stops feeling like he has to perform, and starts feeling like he can just be himself, without judgment. Pattern interrupt, relatable example. Ever seen a guy go from distant to completely opening up after a few drinks? That's not just the alcohol talking, it's emotional safety in disguise. It's proof that when a man feels there's no risk of judgment, he finally speaks his mind. The goal? Create that level of comfort without the beer. Act 3. How to create emotional safety for men. Emotional trigger, action and hope. Now the golden question, how do you create emotional safety for the men in your life? Here are 5 game-changing ways. Listen without fixing. Sometimes men don't need solutions. They just need to be heard. When they share something, resist the urge to fix the problem. Just listen. Validate their feelings. If he says he's stressed, don't say, "You're overreacting." Instead say, "I get why that would be tough." Validation builds trust. Don't shame vulnerability. If a man opens up and you laugh at him, dismiss him, or use his emotions against him later, he'll never open up again. Be patient. Some men take longer to open up. Instead of pushing, give them space to do it at their own pace. Led by example, show your own vulnerability. When you open up first, it signals to him that it's safe to do the same. Pattern interrupt, light-hearted moment. It's like training a cat to trust you. You don't just walk up and grab it, you sit, you wait, and eventually it comes to you on its own. Men and emotional safety work the same way. Conclusion: the power of emotional safety. Emotional trigger, inspiration and call to action. Here's the truth. Every man wants to be understood. But most have never been given a space where they feel truly safe to express their emotions. When you create emotional safety, you're not just helping him, you're building a stronger, more meaningful connection. You're proving that love isn't just about attraction, it's about understanding. So, whether it's your partner, your friend, or even your brother, be the person who makes emotional safety a priority. Because when a man feels safe, that's when he finally shows his heart. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts below. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. See you in the next one.